did!
Staying on this time?
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name. Welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ready? Our resident would that I could do the same. But that said, I have continued my... but without access to...
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is not more books that... Mayhap we look in the wrong places.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such...
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. And the wounds that remain. They are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
No, perhaps I should just have blank thought make me a new
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment. Oh, no. I still don't
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now, Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Cid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
Some blood was spilled, but somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without...
You think this was...
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, they've strung up everyone who's... I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the poor. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing.
And now she's fallen into their hands.
Couple of curse breakers. Oh, they should speed up the search.
Don't worry, Otto.
Need volunteers, just say the word. I dab hand when it comes to the old fisticuffs.
Of course.
finish with that lot.
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my...
The lake water doesn't agree with...
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some... That slurry will keep eating away at the tip, assuming we had any pitch, which we doubt the old...
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching...
Well, I'm glad some... To make pitch, you need pitch trees. I think now... And it just so happens I...
Sounds easier than... Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. Can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home. Find is one way.
Ugh! Reeks like...
Argo.
Yeah. Same as me old man.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to Sid? I trust you don't mind, and it appears you...
They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but...
Any idea?
Judging by their tracks, they head...
To the Abbey, sheltering
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
If those horses touch it.
Look. Up ahead. Martha.
Don't worry about me.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn...
The Black Sheep?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. Poors.
Then, Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse.
I think so.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were...
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't...
Colluding with the... And for their crimes shall they be punished. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our...
How dare you speak those words? Have you no...
Clive.
This won't take...
This
Is that all of them?
I think
I didn't see the abbot.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic that...
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha.
Hardly.
They are.
Rosa, tell Martha to Beggs.
Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot with the bearers.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited.
Martha said they rose from their beds. Through the...
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Get up! You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their image, but it should have been me.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a death. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad death. I assumed it was all just nonsense. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a...
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, if those Imperials think they can come in... Oh, before I forget, Astolas from... He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move. Go on and make it close.
Oi! Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobo...
Chocobos?
You heard me right. And not just any Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you...
Chocobos?
It's true. Well, go on, then. There's a...
Where can I
I saw him cut across the way. You saved... And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought I'm... Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you seen them. You've been bad for a bit.
Not around here.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her.
This,
All right, then.
This one.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting... Oh, you sorted the bastards then? And the whole flock...
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born it?
Well...
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who...
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarm... Oh! Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, Caw. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine with... You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you?
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Anyhow, best be on my way.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
But none of the Cursebreakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
won't be long now, Martel. Sid,
Is everything all right?
oh, yeah, it's just
It's good to know there's something of the old hideaway still.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble. I took it on, you see, and not only is it ready, it's actually tasty.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers. You couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice being the bearer of good.
Oh, she always had a soft spot. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called. In honor. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Explain Blackson's farm.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Is that all?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
That broom's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
What's the matter, Nick? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't... Right. The people of Vallet, the last thing they... Then perhaps I can... The patrons, does that...
Oh no, I still can... Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. All done?
Clive! Quick look. Always something in there.
You two look like you could use something to...
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
These aren't those apples, are they? She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd have them right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that any...
That sounds like the Sid I knew.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. He's up. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work. And Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to...
Not so much as a thank you. Well, you can leave the basket with me. I'll see that...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regard. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. Even to it, she put everything into her work. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree.
And through you.
I didn't do anything, really, but...
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided. They like your fruit, Martell, isn't it?
It's not the... Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Explain blacksmith. And you say Sid built this place? Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
Go on, eat up.
That dress is simply in it though. All the ladies
I was down in the backyard earlier, and I tried some of the new crop of apples. Never tasted anything like it.
So I hear. What are they calling them? Martells? Can't wait to try one myself.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
This one. Over here.
Mockery of...
Quiet, you!
Jill.
Rosaria must be... would we...
Of course, your lordship.
Then they must be here for some...
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right.
You're a long way from home, aren't you? I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all...
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants answers on what the Empire want.
Don't they just...
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. Or their 100-fold legions.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
You seen him? I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing that...
Don't you go telling these strange... I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but the Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly. So this village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know who the Black Shield...
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, who else in Rosaria? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will...
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men. Come on. Thanks, girl.
Over here! Go for this one!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, why then? We owe you our thanks. You to dwell in darkness that...
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. This Get him! Tell me what I want, and the end will be... Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. They await you in Old Hill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
this was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough
Fuck off!
Hang you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought... Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is a...
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, We've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
In the flesh.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. Will that be all? As you wish, my lord. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing. Sensing an opportunity. This will, while the Black...
How small
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrive, that was your...
Sir Wade. The bearers from...
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant putting an end...
And so we
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
sideways.
Come along now.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy could guard aught against the might of the—
Die!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Get 'em.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. Nice try.
Over here!
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Let's try.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Sir Wade!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. We sent every last one of the rotten
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the culling.
Perhaps. She'll move swiftly to see her minions rank.
And then it will all... I often wonder if the nation, her fields, we battled to preserve the flame that was, but yet be that as it may. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when...
So wait, I...
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde? A sound strategy.
And how long?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have...
And appearances. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement, where he would be of no use to it, and so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that it is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you...
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could... It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria...
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Zoe. If there is ever anything...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. All right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholar, Eva.
Oh, this? I borrowed it from old... Oh, where's your sense of adventure from spit roast?
If it's my blessing.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. But you're made of stern... Some fantastic...
So?
Chant the only... A beast, no doubt.
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that the sweet is fine.
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Ra...
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
There are new bins being posted. Clive! Oh, am I glad to...
Is something wrong?
Well, it's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk... Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear.
Fine. If you think it will... I
knew you...
But if he doesn't want to talk...
All right, now, wait a bit, then...
I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First, what's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about...
I told you not to...
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never... Please, mate.
It's not the sort of thing you bother people.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now there. You got what you came for.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a fool. Didn't think anything could rattle.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in it. Something tells me this is only going to get... If he has doubts...
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to...
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. First thing... Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way it turned. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay.
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does...
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt bull. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe?
Thank you, Karen.
At least you...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best.
I'll leave the hunting to you. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets.
Good idea.
Back again. What will it be today?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for the Mother Crystal that There was a time when a... As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Good day to you, Sid.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystals. Bearers are having trouble with their magics as well.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Over here!
Rest well. I know I will.
There's no coin to be had in this miserable land, even if they wanted to trade with us.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in South.
This one. Over here. This one.
this way.
Run like the wind.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
This one. Get him. Attack. Stick him. This one.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the...